Опа. Раз. Так. Сюди. Коротше, ми починаємо нову ігру грати. Вона, типа, така пуста. Ну, коротше, історія про якесь місце. Ну, коротше, зараз я буду собі пізнавати, що за фільм там все творить. Як головний герой, чи що? Так. І все. Зараз. Я грав на англійському, але я буду перекладати. Окей.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Потім цієї другої відео побачили після. Так, після.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Зараз мені 17 років, я точно знаю, чого я боялась. Таких слів точно боялась. Насправді не боялася так. Не знаю чому. Музика.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Просто через щілину для псів було набагато легше було 12. Я хочу назад. Я хочу в серці.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Світло було виключено. Останній раз.
For the first time in years,
Перший раз.
I felt like I was home.
Перший раз за всі ці роки вона відчула себе як вдома.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Але замість сім'ї, яка могла бути, лишилося такий розпор. Зараз бачиш. То його брат. Зараз бачиш. 1050.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
почав якийсь працювати компанії, але певним часом
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Вже китайські ресторани пропозують тільки він міг доставляти.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Стіл лишився таким
It
самим.
was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Це виглядає ніби як бомба, а ось зробив бардак. Хоч останній раз вони пішли.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Ти мала не виглядати хороше життя, хороші бабці.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Нічого в цій хаті не виглядало, тому що це надто багато. І все. Так само як з посмішкою, це надто багато. Що?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
Навіть коротше, має свою історію, що цегла повернулася з хати, яка це син, згорів, чи розбиралася, чи окей.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Це музика.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Моя мама ніколи не була оптимістом, але вона завжди вірила, що брат живий. Відкрий двері. Якісь двері. Окей. Спочатку подивимось.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Мама завжди мені дозволяла піти тому я не здивована, що цей ключ не від нього.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Після смерті брата мама щось почала продавати. Щось зробили з
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
What? Молодша сестра. Померла за 10 років.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Я за спорт потратив дуже багато часу, час в кімнаті.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
І брат сказав, що тут будуть багато passages з путів. Посажу входу. Пішку. Зразу. Чекай. 20 тисяч легенд. Від.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Получається, що її мама дуже хороша секретна. Перша частинка. Ніфіга собі.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Час не дізнатися, чого її так боялася. На що ви хочете дійти в ваш кімнат? Гостад Фінч. Окей. 50 років. 45 років. Ніхуя собі.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Останній раз, коли був в цій кімнаті, то коли мені було 10 і коли воювали на 30. Окей. Тут у нас Грегорі.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Один рік. Щось тут за фігня стоїть. Калвін. До 11.
My grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Окей. Висіть тут портретів, чел. Висіть тут всього.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
То наші була в ціні, просто. Барбара.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Мама закрила двері. Очікувано. Окей.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Єдине, що питав про сім'ю, це пов'язано з Барбарою. Що не пов'язано.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Саме як я і не мала поняття це саме ЗВД. Коротше, вона типа сидить на тому кораблі на початку, як ми їхали, і типа розказує свою історію.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Дивилася через...
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Бути перший раз в цій кімнаті, це так само встав на музику. Боже, на перший раз завжди дивився типу через Перше місце. Це все. Круто.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and...
Стоп. Дорогий дневник. Я хочу тобі пояснити, що саме сталося. Це все почалося з того, що моя мама не дослала мене спати з вечері.
I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Я хотів дуже сильно їсти, тому пішла щось шукати. Ні, це що?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Ця їжа була суха, але я не сподівався. Таке. Років. Останній місяць. Я не фільм бачу. Давайте без спряму. Посімали. Мала.
I kept eating and eating.
Я почав їсти. Ти що робиш? Не паш.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Я з'їв мою патушку. Чого цієї? Батарея? Хто там співає?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
І тоді почула спів за вікном.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Це була... Я не знаю, як називається цей птах, але коротше він мусить ще його гнізда.
I reached out for her.
Що?
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Це була коту. Сюди. Хе-хе-хе-хе.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Може я щось побачу? Оп.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Вони? Мама якраз не подивилася. Може не пуститься.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
А птах дуже змучився. Я не хочу його їсти.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her foot, but it tasted really good. So hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly was rusty, his belly was rusty, his belly was rusty, razor. Sailor was drunk, sailor was drunk, sailor was drunk. captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. It's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Вона не буде чекати, тому що типу вона голодна. І всі ми добре знаємо, що
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Я не впевнений, що я все це вірю, але я впевнений, що Бог... Де він? Еді так.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Я впевнений, що Еді дуже багато часу. Такого часу, поки мама не закрила двері. От він. Кіт. Монстр.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
подобано 1957 року і Фінч. А Івен тут типу старий?
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Навіть 90 років Еді виглядала краще, ніж мама.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Левіс, тобто її брат, помер за тиждень до цього, а бабці вже почала робити пам'ять. А щось і стало?
Her room was like a museum.
І кімната ніби як музей інформують. Я б сам собі кімната. Нікуди собі це сам зробити.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
За 500 років Фінчі були дуже популярні через те, що у них такий замок.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Один Фінч останній виклик.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
З 37 року він поставив на продажу з його сім'єю його будинок. Надіюся втікнути від Корсвіт. Те, що ви казали.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Але 40 не знаю, скільки це точно було. Хвилі потопили Вашингтон. І... Чекай. Коротше, великі хвилі на коус. Ну, коротше, десь в морі Вашингтона і США потопили Хрест і Одіна на дно моря.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island. Один, дочка Еді з чоловіком Свеном і дитиною Молі стали на невідомий їхній новий будинок Оскар Ізлі. Коротше, новий бізнес.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Коротше, його перша стаття, то була Одін, той, що потопився з своїм будинком.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Його дочка Еді вже почала мріяти про Finch House. І їхній сім'ї. Як не витягнути? Як я не витягнути?
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Що саме не так з цією сім'єю, все починається з найдавніше. От. Ось ми старі. 57 років. Ні, чи 60.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Те, що перше зробили в цьому будинку, це поставили лаву. There's a secret of the bathroom. Secret of the bathroom. Там ще є, що можу порвати.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Так, секрет, окей.
It's in the last place you would look.
Це останнє місце, де ти можеш подивитися.
It isn't in the cupboard.
Це не в тумбочках.
It's hidden in this book.
Це сховано в цій книжці. Окей.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Свен дав саму камеру. І щось він ніколи не поставив назад. Мілтон. Мілтон ніби все знав. Все шарив.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Я знав. Дідусь Сем мав близнюка.
And that he never talked about him.
І те, що ніколи не було нахуй. Тобто мати це не Саша, ти просто подивись. Хто б не хотів так жити? Не. Стой. Кто главный? Тихо. Ладно, сейчас. Надо не сказал, что. Тихо, не говори.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Я думаю, що мій дідусь не любив історію, як моя вчитель. Явно. 11.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Як я хочу...
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Кошик і його пам'ятаю як брат.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral.
Мій брат сказав, що він помер до того, як з'їв якийсь риб і був правий.
We swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Сонечко.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Можливо, якщо...
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Можливо, він буде...
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Думаю, що він вже...
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Що робиш? Все.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Коли я був молодший, я хотів зробити те саме, що й старого. Не знаходиться.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Після похорону потрапити, ну, вже не можна ходити.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Папа сказала, що просто йде до цих 12 років. Я вообще таки дома собі голову.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ці закриті дорожки, вони були спеціально створені для молодших. Вона не вилазь.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Виростаючи, я завжди думав, що Барбара — це як зірка. Дуже популярна, конечно. Що таке? А ні, чекай. Ні, чекай. Краще трошки її включаємо.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Я ніколи не думала, як важко після всіх її наград. Барбара. Скільки їй було років? 16. Що з вами?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Дуже багато історій писано по Барбарі. Але сохранили цього.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara...
Коротше, її хлопець прослухав їхню, може показати, як вони типа кричать, але почув, як крикнув, типа, тато чи то, і він типа впав, щось там якусь зламав і мог поїхати до лікарні.
Got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Вона пішла за музичною.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Коли вона дістала ключ, вона почала слухати за Ріком, коротше, хлопець, але їм дуже тихо. Серйозно, там грати? Ні. Сюди.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act...
Старався, типу, їм страшно, щоб почути справжній крик.
furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Якщо це прикол, то просто треба битися. Якийсь хорор.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. Vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom, But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Скільки сумно? 2 години стоїть. Я щас ми. Ей. Значить, того героїня наша називається Едіт. Наймолодша. Ну тоже наймолодша. Окей. Ой. Там. Барбара.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Я, здається, знаю, чому моя мама не любила, коли я бавився з музичним скринком. Окей.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Мені сказав, брат сказав, що кожен Фінч, типа, з їхньої сім'ї, записаний в бібліотеці. Певний фонарик я біля них не дам. Можемо походити грати. Цьому закінчуємо. На сьогодні. Підкидаю. Це трошки не все. Без морозу так спасає. Така духу появиться. Ой, я вибіляю. По тому, що зараз всі походи сплять, а я сі бавлю. Тому що я ще... Ну, власне, підбрав.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Мама сказала, що підвал було щось. Бляха булочки за стіною сі сміють.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Одного разу Еді проник вниз до підвалу, проносячи якісь пакети.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Я думала, вона ховала подарки. Мама.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Виявилося те, що вона ховала набагато більше.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Вона сказала, що після того, як Барба вмерла, він постарався повернутися. What the fuck?
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
якщо є щось в цих історіях,
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
те, що ніхто з нас не дійшов далеко. Бачите, його коротше кіно. Він що, типа, жив тут весь час підвали. Він пожив, виходить, рік.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Першу неділю, перший тиждень, коли почався землетрус, я не думав, що я проживу тиждень.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
Це була...
I'm done waiting.
Мені надоїло чекати.
I have to leave while I still can.
Поки можу. Де монстр?
I know it's out there somewhere.
Знаєш, що воно десь там.
Whatever killed Barbara.
Це ж щось те, що вбило Барбару.
And Molly.
І Молі.
And Calvin.
І Калвіна. А що там? Ну що? Мусорник? Знаєш, що там?
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Можливо, це все помилка.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
А якщо вони це бувають?
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Все, що там буде, я хочу знати, що
I'm going to appreciate all of
я
it,
готовий.
especially the food.
Я буду цілувати все. А іменно
I
їжу.
don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Мені все одно, чи лишається рік і місяць.
Or a single week.
Бо тиждень.
I'd be happy with one new day.
Я буду радий з кожним днем.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Я вже можу уявити сонце на моєму лиці.
Walter died when I was 6.
She's all
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Why that mom? She's working. Його поїзд збив. Капець. Що, получається, я вже маю всю швидше. Все, закриваємо і закінчуємо. Душ. Туалет. Найдаю, що робити.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Я був впевнений, що моя мама старалася захистити мене. Все, на цьому я закінчу. Так. Надіюсь, ця серія вам сподобалася. І таке проходження буде ігри, не знаю, скільки ще насправді чекати. Ну, скільки ще лишилося. Може, я вже більше часу не пройшов. Але, не знаю, мені сподобалася ця гра, так що прикольно виглядає. Англійська. Музика мені дуже сподобала. І цікава історія. На цьому ми закінчуємо наш стрім на сьогодні. І продовжимо ми вже в наступний раз. Тому думаю, завтра ще буде Outlast. І може ще далі ходити. На цьому все. На цьому ми закінчуємо наш стрім. і цю цікаву ігру на сьогодні. Тому дякую за перегляд і чекайте нових стрімів. Чуть якусь певну музичку. Ось таке. А, мене намахали. Мене намахали, бляха. Це така пізня година. У мене просто годинник не перевівся до кінця. Капець. Це прикол. Ладно. Окей, перше. Покажу це. Окей. До зустрічі. Побачимося в наступних. Бувай. Бувай.